Look, it's the Loch Ness! I'll be over there, that's the side I'm running along. Ah, look at it! I'm so excited. Running along there, look. That's the castle, look. Before we get into the race day footage, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the race. It is a point-to-point race. It was supposed to have 2 big hills in it, but it's very much undulating. So like, if you look at the course elevation, there's 2 humps where you think, ooh, those are the hills people talk about, and they are, but the hills themselves go up and up and up like that. And that can be a little bit soul destroying. So yeah, the course elevation is deceiving, I think. The downhills ruined my quads. The start of the race is very much a downhill, and the very start is really steep as well. Like, you have to kind of control your speed, because, you know, when you run down a hill and your legs go too fast and you end up just like, it was a bit like that. So there's that. The temperature at the start, because you are at, is it 350 meters? Something like that. I'll put it on the screen what it actually is. But you're a couple of degrees like lower temperature than you are at sea level. I knew to take a disposable hat and jacket, kindly donated by my mother-in-law, and they make a point of saying that they will collect all of the clothes they're discarding and donate them, so that was kind of reassuring. It didn't feel so wasteful, so thank you to my mother-in-law. Being a point-to-point, it's literally straight, and we had a southwesterly, so it was a tailwind the whole way, but if it was a headwind, oh, it'd be miserable, so I was really glad about that. Enough of all this chat about the race, let's actually get and see the race day. Here we go! Start, and it's raining, look, but can you see that? Blue sky, there's a rainbow there somewhere. Where's the rainbow? Where's the rainbow? There's a rainbow. You can't see it, there was a rainbow. People are going to pee in the trees. But I peed on the bus.
You can feel the push to the
I'm
window
feeling
already.
pretty smug about that. Look, that's where we're going. It's beautiful, I'm excited. I like it a lot. Ta-da! So, love it. I didn't get the iTab thing. I kind of wish I did. I might just write my time on with a Sharpie. So the race itself, yeah, the first half was quite fast. I'll put my splits up if you're interested. But I had reasonably consistent steam all the way through. I hit a bit of a trough at 24 miles, but I think what triggered that was as you get towards the end of the race and just before you come into Inverness, there's quite a lot of tree cover, and I'm very much a watch runner. I like data. Data makes me tick. So when we got into the trees, my watch started telling me my pace went up from like 10, 15, 10-minute mile to suddenly it was 11.5-minute miles. And I just felt like I wasn't running that slowly. But it messed with my head. The trees were like messing with the GPS, and it threw my watch's pace off, which threw my head off. So I sped up. That was, 11.5-minute mile, I must speed up. So I sped up. And then we got into Inverness, and suddenly my watch was telling me I was doing an 8:24-minute mile, and I'm like, well, I shouldn't be doing that. So yeah, I think the 24th mile, when you're supposed to be like, I'm nearly there, and sort of second wind, end of the race, finish line in sight kind of mentality, I was like, what am I doing? So it wasn't a bonk or anything, I didn't hit a wall, my energy was fine, my head was like, I knew that I was potentially on for a sub 4.5 hour, which was a big massive thing for me. So to think that I might be throwing it away despite all of my efforts at mile 24 really got to me. So anyway, I came out of that. Mile 25 and 26 were fine. When you come to the last mile, you are the other side of the River Ness, and so you're running up this side and the finish line is here, but you've got another mile to go. So, and you can hear the tannoy and the cheering and the people finishing, and you've got like a whole mile to go when you're absolutely done. So that was quite a mental game. But I fell alongside this lady who was like, come on, we can do it, which is lovely. And we did. So I even managed to sprint past 4 reasonably elderly men at the finish line. At least I didn't get beaten by any fancy dressed gingerbread men like I did in my last 10k, so there's a bonus. Yeah, it was an epic race, really beautiful. I was familiar with the route before because we sailed the Caledonian Canal about 7 years ago. So as I ran along Lochside, I saw where we'd sort of stopped overnight on the shore of the Loch Ness, which was really lovely. So it was quite nice having that familiarity. But as a result, the views that everyone was like stopping and going, were still very beautiful, but I'd seen them before. So yeah, I think for a first timer, it would be really super exciting and beautiful and a wonderful experience. But having been partially familiar with the route before, I was able to be like, no, mustn't look at the views, mustn't enjoy. Actually, no, I had a few moments where I really enjoyed. Saw a couple of buzzards. There was loads of rainbows because of the weather. So yeah, it was a lovely race. I'd really recommend it. I don't think I'll do it again for a little while, just because I'm familiar with it now and I've got loads of races that I want to do, and I don't really have the time to do lots of races all of the time. I've got other commitments that take priority, so I've got to be a bit picky. So I think I'll do it again, but not for a while. But yeah, I'll do another video. I'll do another video about races I want to do, 2022 goals and stuff like that. But yeah, so there you go, the Loch Ness Marathon.